Don't Judge Me But podcast are the personal opinions of the host and do not reflect the opinions of its employers, sponsors, advertisers, endorsers, or any third party. The information provided on the podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as professional medical or legal advice. It is advisable to consult with a qualified professional for any medical or legal concerns. In other words, have fun, people.
Dawn is good enough for them ducks. Is good enough for the shit.
But then when you're in your phone, you're like this, smiling and stuff. Like,
yeah. Let me hold that.
Going on?
Let me hold that.
Or even just wanting access to your partner's phone. Like, why? Why do you want access?
You know why you want access.
You want to be heartbroken.
You want to go through them DMs and see who they talking to. That's why.
You know what? If my girl was a toe sucker, or if she wanted me to do it, I probably would, but there would be strict protocols before that toe went in my mouth. I mean, I would probably have to like carry her to the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Because once the foot hit the floor, it's all over.
It's dirty.
Welcome.
What's going on? We back for another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Before
Sunday,
Christmas.
Sunday.
Goodness.
That means we have to be on our best behavior if we want Christmas gifts.
Do you have to if you buy your own gifts?
Nah.
Uh,
Not really. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we welcome you to the Don't Judge Me But podcast, where we talk about things that you guys kind of want to talk about, but you don't want to be judged for it. So we'll go around and introduce ourselves. I am Simply Bree, and to my side, because I don't know what side he's on, we got the great
James Sweat, man. Mr. Mental Ambition, baby. Yeah. Right below me, we got my boy.
Boy, repping CT, aka Dame It's good to be back with you. And who do we have over here?
It's your boy Donald Green, founder of Familiar Door TV, here for the first time.
Good to be with you, bro.
Welcome. So what we like to do, Donald, what name do you want us to call you? You want us to call you Donald, Don? What's comfortable?
It's whatever you feel, whatever's comfortable coming off your lips. That's good.
Boy, smooth, yeah.
Hey, yo.
No stop. I just woke up, guys.
Hey, man.
Already. All right, Don it is. So Don, what we like to do, anytime we have a guest.
Wait, we going with Don?
We're going with Don. It's only appropriate. Anytime we have a guest, we do enjoy having our guests just tell people a little bit about what it is that you do, where you from, and how can they get in touch with you. So the floor is all yours.
So y'all just put me on the spot like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what I do is really what I don't do. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I run multiple businesses. I can get into a line of it, but it's a lot that I do. But my passion is with helping individuals succeed to the next level. What was the other questions you want?
How can they reach out to you and support what you got going on?
Oh, so you can reach me on any social media, Familiar Doro TV. It's FAMIGLIADORO TV. I'm on all social media platforms. Also, I can be reached through my nonprofit organization, Save Our Schools for Our Kids Foundation.
Yes, I like that.
Doing big things, yeah.
Okay, listen, someone who is out here for these kids, salute you, sir, because we need more people like you. So, shout outs to our viewers, our family in the chat. Nanette, hello. We got Special 77. He said, D nice. So we can, I think Don, because he just said some pimp stuff just now. So we Ivan, what's up with you, Ivan? And then Laura. Hi, Laura. How are you? Welcome tonight.
Mhm. What's going on,
So,
everybody?
um, it just threw me off. Who has to don't judge me tonight? Dame has to don't judge
I
me.
got
Dame.
one, but listen. You go ahead, because you gotta start a don't judge me by saying don't judge me, but I'm tired of seeing twerking. I'm tired of seeing
Mm,
anybody in every story. As soon as they notice the cameras on them, they want to turn around and do a little twerk. And I'm just like waiting for something new to happen. A new dance. We need a new dance. Can we please leave the twerk in 2024? Let's do something new for 2025. Show us something new. Yo-yo. Yo-yo. Show me a yo-yo trick. And I will really slide in your inbox. If you do something, if you impress me in a different kind of way, because everybody and their mama want to twerk these days. And I'm tired of it, y'all. Tired of it.
yeah. What do you guys think about his rant about the twerking? Does he have a valid point there?
I think he does have a valid point, man. It's like twerking supposed to be some type of special skill, and it's really not.
Mhm.
Uh, what else can you do? Can you read? Can you draw? Can you talk?
Moonwalk.
Can you?
Moonwalk would be impressive.
You can't even scroll social media without something popping up on the feed.
Right.
No matter what it is. I want to see what else do you bring to the table? Because there's a million women doing the same thing. What's going to make you different?
You know, what's interesting is now that I think about it, Dame, guys are even now they're twerking, but they're not twerking with the backside. They're twerking with the front side.
It's getting out
There's
of
this new
hand.
like
Getting out of
DC.
hand.
I don't know what's next for 2025. I'm kind of afraid because I mean we done did it all. At least I think.
We need regulations.
They should
What
have
you
never
think,
gave y'all
Dean? What you
internet.
think? Donald?
Don, what's your put on this?
My input a little different because it's like it's really social media fault because it doesn't separate the age brackets.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you don't know what age you're looking at twerking. So when I see it automatic, I gotta scroll because you don't even know if you're looking at a kid or older person, none of that. So it's just like, okay, we're not even gonna go this route.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you kind of think about it. If you separated the age, the eras, and you are only in your bracket of looking what your generation is, you'll see less of that. You won't see that.
Mhm.
You think so?
I think so. Cause that just cause me personally, cause I'm building my own social media platform. It was actually built already. I'm just waiting for it to drop.
Mhm.
So are you saying you're not tired of it?
No, I'm super tired of it. But the thing is that we tired of it because it's not separated in our what we're interested in looking at on social media. So it's like all the ages is mixing with each other.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So because you got just think about it. Look at the age, the people that is twerking. Just find out what's the age demographic. They probably in their 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Twerking 20s.
So it's like if you're looking at somebody in their 20s, that's what they're going to be doing. That's what they engage in. You got to think about what was he doing when we was that age. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of the older generation observing the younger generation with their opinions and my thoughts.
Yeah, I could see that. It's almost like the younger generation has an influence on the older generation, and I say that because when I went to a lounge, which is grown and sexy, I'm sorry, but I don't need to see people in there doing the TikTok dances. Like,
Yeah.
the ones that you see the younger kids doing. I mean, how weird is that to see someone literally like just doing all of the little, but you're in a club setting
Yeah.
where you're around people in their 40s and 50s, and this is what you're doing.
See, like what I kind of realize it's really who you surround yourself by, because like I'm in a different type of circle and I go to those type of events and parties and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, they party. The people that you think don't party, they party, but they not twerking, they're not doing all that wild stuff. They party, but it's a whole different vibe. And it's like it's because I'm stepping in a different era, a different time of people. This thing, if you go to the club, you already know all you seeing is people on their phones standing by the walls, and then the girls want their highlights of snapshots of twerking. That's it. They're not dancing on nobody no more. They're not doing all that. It's not the same.
Got a point there. Well, tonight, you guys, we are talking, and speaking of clapping, we're talking about clapping for others. You like that segue, James?
Yeah.
Clapping for others. Why men and women struggle with giving and receiving celebration. This kind of, if you watched last week's episode, last week we were talking about, dating on a budget and, first dates. And I had mentioned something about, in watching a video on TikTok, this one guy was referring to him not wanting to celebrate his birthday because, just people just wouldn't show up. And so the letdown from that just created this whole, I won't say trauma, but just a lack of caring when it comes to making his birthday something special. So I myself had posted on my social media a question asking, what does celebration look like to you? And the interesting responses that I got, which is the reason why I wanted us to talk about this today, was the number of responses stating, "Oh, well, women don't celebrate men. Oh, we're not celebrated. Men are not celebrated." But that wasn't the question. The question is, what does celebration look like to you? So in your opinion, I'm interested to know your perspectives. When it comes to celebration, why do you think we have this automatic man against woman type of response? And not everybody responds that way, but the majority that responded, it was man against woman. Where do you think that stems from?
I think that stems from their own personal journeys and the things they've experienced. Maybe the people they dealt with, the relationships they had, the friends they had, they just didn't feel celebrated. It was just a divide. They weren't getting the love and affection that they needed. So because of that, they harbor all this hurt and all this emotion and all this stuff, and it creates a barrier. People don't want to sell. Like, you ever been in a relationship with somebody and everything that they're doing, you're so supportive. You're like, I'm here for you. If you need resources, whatever, I got you. But then when you're doing something, they never show up, or they're always late, or they always got an excuse on why they can't help you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of things that people experience. And because of that, they form that opinion.
Gotcha. What about you, Dane?
I think it's a defense mechanism. I think that all of us are in our corners, and I think when one person talks about their gripes, the other person is like, "Wait, I have gripes too," right? Like, I think both sexes have things to complain about, but neither one of us is trying to listen because we both trying to, get the point out that we have things to complain about. There are things that we are not receiving from ladies, and ladies, I think, feel the same way.
Okay. Don, what says you, sir?
I think it's more about history. People still stuck on past situations. It's like, because it's all with back in the days, it was all about the men leading, and females never had a voice. So now that females is fighting for their voice, they're going to team up. So the energy and emotion that comes stem off that history play still trends out into this this era still to this day, to where, like, okay, us females, we got to stick together. Us black females, we got to stick together. We gotta, because we gotta get heard. We gotta get our voice. These men are taking over, but it was designed like that. It's nothing that we implemented. You know what I'm saying? So just like now, I think the history kind of automatically builds us a silent enemy. If you look at it, like it's like, okay, we got to go against the men now because we got to stick together. We didn't have no voice, but we didn't create this pot. We didn't stir this ingredients up. We just in it. This is how it was written. So we ain't the one that can control the law and tell females like, oh, you got to stay home, you got to do this, but we still take the hit from that as well. Whether you look at it or not, it's still the females are going to team up with the females. You know, your girls is going to rock with the girls. Your boys is going to talk with the boys. It's kind of still based off the history of my thought process. But in a sense, my thought process is that a lot of people seek validation from invalid people. So that when you step into that realm of entrepreneur or stepping out into trying to do something different and better yourself, you're already on a different level. You don't step one step up the ladder. So regardless of if you mean it to or you're not, that's automatically distancing yourself from who you was once attached to. So it's gonna create automatically enviness, jealousy, things like that. So if they was with you, they'll be more into the passion with it, but they're not. They're outside watching you still climb the ladder. So it's more of like, okay, you kind of gotta look for the acceptance of the people you look to be mentored by.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that's clapping for you to get to where they're at. The other ones ain't really clapping for you to be okay. I'm happy you making it. I'm happy you doing it, because just like how you say, they'll be supporting you. They'll help you. They'll be like, okay, what you need me to do? What's going? You could see that type of energy. So it's not meant for them to wanting to help you because you wouldn't see it. They'll be doing it for themselves. So you gotta look. You can't pull a you out of somebody that's not even doing something for themselves.
Okay. So regardless of someone's level of success, do you genuinely think that someone who might not be on your level can really be happy for you?
How you look at it is whatever your vision, your tunnel is, where you're going at. Nobody's on your level. If you focus on your tunnel vision, you're not looking for competitors. You locked in, focus. So everybody just that's around you is going to look like you up a level. You're not looking that you're really better than nobody. You're just heading to your destination. So
Right.
it's all in the mindset. My thing, it's all in the mindset of how you could see the situation, because when you're clapping for me, I'm looking like I ain't even start yet. What you can clap for me for is like, okay, I ain't even get to the starting line. I see that, it's progress. I'm getting here and stuff like that. So my mentor is like, wait till I'm finished. Just wait till I'm done. Then you really see what's going on, versus you see something happen or just a milestone to them. It might be a milestone to them because I post a picture of something. They don't know behind the scenes what's really going on, but they see a picture of me out in France, out in Saudi Arabia. People, congratulations. I'm looking like, congratulations on what? You don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's if they was inside of knowing what you was doing, then that clap could be genuine. A lot of people just clapping, they don't even know what's going on, unless it's the people that you're mentoring, guiding you through that process.
So that's an interesting statement at the end, as far as like if you're in France and they're clapping for you simply because you posted a picture of you in France. They don't even know what's going on. And I said this to someone offline too, is that they may not understand what you're going through, but through their eyes, it's going to be a little different. They can just be clapping because you're a black man in France. I mean, you made it out somewhere, or you're excelling in an area that might be considered challenging for a specific type of person. So to genuinely just be proud of you and not know the process it took for you to get there, that can be the reason why they're clapping. So it just depends on the perspective of the person that's clapping and the perspective of the person that's getting the applause.
Yeah.
James, I'm sorry.
Taking it from James' perspective and mixing it in, it's like when you get to that point and you seeing those points, you be like, you looking at everybody like, yo, you seen me post all these posts. You seen me doing all this grinding and all that stuff. You seen all of this. Like, so like, how you ain't like one of that. You ain't share nothing. You ain't hit me up, say if I need help. But when I'm posting out here in Dubai or France, congratulations and all this. So how can we really accept that as genuine?
Right. I get it. I definitely get that. Dane, what do you say? Because you're like, you got to say something.
Oh, I just think that not every people feel helpless out here. A lot of people are trapped in their current circumstances. They're not making enough money. They're barely getting by. And so when you come along and you have this idea on how to make some money, people kind of resent that. And there is, there's also like a broke mindset that you have to deal with sometimes when you deal with people. And they think just because you have $20, they deserve 10. And when you don't give them 10, now they don't like you anymore. You know what I'm saying? But there's also other people that get inspired. They see you doing your thing and it makes them want to be a little more creative. So I just feel like sometimes it's just hard for people to clap for you because they're a little bit jealous of you and they just feel helpless in their situation. And it really doesn't even have anything to do with us a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But some people don't want to see you win.
Right. Yeah, they have that why you and not me mentality. What's so special about you? How come you were able to get out of the hood, or how come you were able to get as far into your career when we're both coming from the same struggle, or we're both doing the same exact thing? How did you get ahead? And those are some of the people that you see constantly watching you. Those are your biggest watchers right there, because they want to know, what do you got that I don't have, and how do I get it?
The main thing for that is a level of ambition. Some people sit back, they're comfortable going to work, they're comfortable doing their job, their day-to-day stuff, right? That's what everybody does. That's what your parents told you to do. Go to college, get a job, work. But if you want more out of life, you got to do more and you got to think outside the box.
Right.
People sit back and watch you do a whole bunch of stuff. And they're like, how you do that? How come I don't have it? It's because my level of ambition and my drive is higher than yours. Not saying I'm better, but because I want more, I'm gonna do certain things. I'm gonna write books. We're gonna do podcasts. We're gonna motivational speak. We're gonna invest in the stock market. We're gonna take trips to Dubai and Saudi Arabia and make business deals. We're gonna be out here promoting urban Buddha. We're gonna be out here simply consulting. We do things that are not the normal because we want different results.
Right.
And a lot of people get so caught up on why you. It's not why me. It's because I'm doing this. I'm the one outside talking to people. I'm the one making these business deals. I'm the one that's taking these losses that nobody sees. It might look good on social media, but in reality, you don't know what it took for us just to even be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even just coming on this podcast every single week, we take time out of our lives when we could be doing something else. Or building something else or investing in something else. People get so caught up on why you got to have a nice car, why you got to have nice clothes. Work, but work harder than the average person. If you comfortable being where you at, you going to stay there.
Right.
If you want something different, do something different. We're not doing anything special. We're just doing something different.
Right. One thing I'm going to add to that, and doing something different, is you have to be able to step outside of your comfort zone and you knowing it all and ask somebody else, hey, what is it that you're doing? Or how did you get to that point? You got to humble yourself and ask someone. I see a couple of people in the chat. I'm not going to call them out, but they some dope people. And even when times got hard, they still pushed through it. And that's what it takes, is not folding when things don't go your way, not folding when a door closes and somebody says, I'm not messing with you like that. And they got more than one one more than one specialty. They do multiple things. They have multiple hustles because at the end of the day, one of these is going to come off. And I think that's the mindset of everybody that's up here on this panel. One of these hustles, if not all of them, are going to pay off. That's the mindset I personally feel like you have to have. You can't be settling for just one thing. You can't have tunnel vision. You got to see what all is out there that you're capable of pouring into and then go after it. Make these connections, network with these people, have these conversations, and build your roster, basically.
Yep.
So, what is the difference in how men and women express jealousy versus admiration?
The difference for men or women, the jealousy part is just talking down on you. You know what I'm saying? And every time they talk about you, they got something negative to say. They think they doing all that because they got their little business. When you hear little business, that's the hate.
Anything little.
Anything little. You got that little job, you got that new little car, subtle hate, right? Or you start seeing them subliminal posts, and you know they talk about you. You know what I'm saying? It's the jealousy thing. People could start not talking to you. People could start spreading rumors about you. There's so many different things that can go into people showing jealousy or just not liking you. But regardless, who cares, yo? They're not paying your bills. They're not fixing your car when it break. They're not putting no food on your table. And no matter how good of a person you are, someone's still not going to like you. The main thing is to stay focused and keep going, man. Like,
I'm a big victim of that jealousy, though, and it's crazy because it's only ever gonna come from people that know you. So it started from my family. At first, I used to try to figure out like why is people making up stuff about me or lying and things. It used to bother me because I used to be temperamental, so I used to be I'll run down on you type. So I had to break up out that whole mentality as far okay, you in business now, you can't do that no more. Right. You got stuff to lose and all that. But it was like who they know they can't play with me like this, but they do. It's like they all do it. It's all a throwing the rocks and hiding your hand because you're not gonna know who really said it. It's just something that was just started. Right. So it was a whole. It was a pride stunt. It's hard to get over that because when you don't play about your name and if you're doing stuff the right way, like why would you even go do something? But then finding out family was the one that started it, it'd be crazy. It's like it's like okay. I see why people could kind of validate because they like if they asking about you or see how you was doing because they don't see you, they're gonna go on the information that somebody say about you because they said that's my family. So it's like, oh, okay, I see it. I got it. Well, it's just they lost, but in natural reality, it's like you're gonna get that regardless from anywhere, everywhere. Right. And you really gotta tunnel vision it out and block it out, and that's what I did, and it's just. I know the route that what I took on getting to where I'm at now is really after really boiling down to it. When people think like it's hard, you got to hustle, you got to do all that. That's what we are known to believe. Right. But in the real reality, it's just obtaining the knowledge. It's really just obtaining and how to get to where you're trying to go. How you trying to do what you're trying to do. Because when I started doing all of this, I'm a person selling a whole lot of marijuana on the streets. Like I'm a numbers guy and all of that, but I came up with an idea. I had a passion of an idea to help the education system, and I innovated a solution, and then I just barked on it. Like for this whole 7 years, it's like I'm gonna figure this out. And like it's a lot of techniques that come with you. Like for me, if I wasn't a numbers guy, I would probably just jump on anything. Like when Shark Tank offered me money, the guys from Shark Tank money, I turned that down. I know my numbers. That ain't mapping up right. So it was just like different things is gonna lead you down that, but it all leads to the knowledge. Like we all do. We like the reason that makes us good business people because we hustlers. We'll go out there and just do it and get it. And that's what makes us good. But it's like, this stuff is really easier once you obtain the knowledge and really know how to do it. And that's what that's what I experienced and through this whole process before even meeting my investors. And then when meeting them, they asked me, it was like a genie wand. So they was asking me like, what was the first 3 things you could do right now? And I said, the first thing I need is mentoring. And like, because it don't matter what level you at, you're still gonna need mentoring to the next stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing they asked me, they said, what would you do? I said, I want this opportunity that you're giving me, I want to open this up to the community. People don't know about this. So that's why now I'm running entrepreneur boot camps, bringing businesses to the same process out here so they can be investors.
Mm-hmm.
But all that stuff you're saying now, it lives. It's like people don't want to put the work in. When you got that's dedication and their mindset and you want to put the work in, people don't want everything handed to them. They don't know you're going to have to put this work in. It's easy once you get there. It's simple once you get the knowledge, but you're going to have to put the work in.
Right. Yeah. Because if you don't put that work in, and that's the thing, and then we're going to go to commercial break. When you put the work in, you know you know the foundation. So now when you do business with somebody else, it's going to be easy for you to tell whether or not they're trying to blow one up your butt, right?
Exactly.
Because you know you did the work. You know the recipe behind it all. People who just become famous overnight and next thing you know they got accountants and they got publicists. If push comes to shove and you had to speak on your own behalf or you had to budget your own money, you probably couldn't because you weren't doing that to begin with. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then when we return, we will continue to have this discussion. So you guys hit that subscribe button and stop playing with us. Stop it.
Mental ambition is a belief that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. It's holding yourself accountable for your mistakes, working through your traumas. It's never giving up and overcoming any roadblocks or obstacles in your way that prevent your growth and progress. This is a self-help book that deals with mental health, life coaching, and practical advice that anyone can follow to help with self-improvement, accompanied by real-life stories to motivate and inspire you. My name is James Sweat. I'm a certified life coach and author of Mental Ambition, a guide to upgrading your life. If you feel that you have no one in your corner, just know that I'm rooting for you to win, and I believe in you. God bless and keep going.
All right. And back. You guys have it tuned into Don't Judge Me But podcast, where tonight we are talking about clapping for others and why. Why do men and women struggle when it comes to giving and receiving celebration? So one question that I wanted to ask you guys, why do you think when someone is being celebrated, they become uncomfortable? Or even for yourself, when someone is celebrating you, is it easy for you to accept it? Or, are you a little bit more hesitant, a little bit more pushback?
It all depends.
Okay.
Like with some people, I'll speak for me. When it comes to being celebrated, I've taken so many losses that it feels weird to be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? People see me, they see the glasses, and they're like, he's just a smart guy. He's probably had a good life. He's very intellectual. But when you read my book and you know the story of where I come from, he knows me. You know what I'm saying? We was outside.
You
know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've taken so many losses that it's uncomfortable for people to celebrate me and say congratulations because I never received that growing up. I made so many mistakes that sometimes I don't even feel that I'm worthy of being celebrated. But that's something that I'm working on because the things that I'm doing are different than what a lot of other people are doing. People come up to me all the time. Congratulations on your book. Congratulations on the podcast. Congratulations on motivational speaking. We see you donating to the community. We see you bringing stuff to homeless shelters. We see you doing breakfast. I do a lot. And people congratulate me, but to me, it feels weird, and it still feels like I'm doing nothing.
Right.
I'm in a weird spot, like where I'm doing so much, but I still feel like I didn't accomplish anything.
Right.
And what I'm working on is understanding that I might not be where I want to be, but I'm way further from where I started.
Right.
And I gotta accept them small wins and them congratulations and where I'm proud of you because without that subtle motivation that I need to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do it for the applause. I do it because this is me.
Right.
But the little claps and them little congratulations, highly appreciated.
Yeah. Ivan says, James, I forgot to mention that I bought one of your books.
My boy, thank you for supporting the brand, baby. Next time we up here, go on and put in the comments if you like it or not, or you can hit me on the social media. I need
Right.
more. I need more people to speak on the book, because when
Yeah.
people say, "Yo, I wrote a book," and you be like, "Is it good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." But if I say it, don't mean nothing. But if 100,000 people say, "Yo, this book is fire. You need this," it's validation, and not from my own lips.
Right. So one of the comments says, I think it's for the community of color because we are not used to it. There are people that turn on you and it's like, is this real? And that is true.
Yeah, that that
It's,
that
it's
that, that right there. That's kind of like that's a big thing. That's a big one.
yeah.
And it's me, and I think it's me. It's like from 2 point of views. It's like inside your circle, from the celebration inside your circle. It's like, okay, guys, we still got a lot to do to get there. You know what I'm saying? We can't get comfortable and celebrate here right now. We still got we ain't even start yet, or we ain't even get to. That's just one little check off the list. We still got a lot to do. So from a CEO, from a standpoint, at that level, it's just we're like keeping the mindset, okay, yeah, we still got more work to put in. But then it's like from the public eyes, and this speaking for me only, like I have a nonprofit, Save Our Schools for Our Kids Foundation. And since July 2020, in the midst of pandemic till now, we probably fed over 180,000 families in 3 states.
Right. Good shit.
Right. So no family, nobody like that liked, supported, or anything in that matter in the public. So when people, and everybody's seen it. I'm a marketing person, so I got my systems everything hooked up. I can see all the data and all the analytics on everything that goes through. So by me seeing that, and then you post a picture, just like you say, post a picture from somewhere. If I'm in a different country or things like that, you get all the celebrations and the likes and congratulations. It's like you're looking at it like, okay, this is fake. Like this you can't be real. Can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what I'm doing here. For one, you're just saying congratulations. You don't even know what's going on, what's happening, if it's vacation, if it's business, or what it is. I understand from your point of view, it's like seeing a black man in a different thing, but you can see a black man come out of the community, feed almost 200,000 families. And you don't, and I never put it up a donation post or GoFundMe or nothing. That's why people be amazed, like how is he doing this?
Yeah, one time for ingenuity, for black ingenuity. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong, guy. In America, that's just good old believing in yourself, man.
Right.
It's really a passion. It's like a passion. So it's just me. I be in competition with myself. Like I'll do something, like I gotta do it bigger this time. But I'm not competing with nobody because it's no playbook on how to do this. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go out here and I'm doing this, but it's something to do it at a greater stage because I have a passion of really helping people, helping the community, helping. That's my angle with it. And then I can understand some people like it's too good to be true. What are you getting out of it? I don't know how to monetize this. Don't worry about how I monetize it. I know how to monetize it, but just take this information like you're supposed to be taking it and execute it with it. So it's a lot of things when people don't have the knowledge, they get leery and they miss opportunities. So it's just, I don't know. It's hard. This is a good topic, but it could go into a broader stance on what it is and what it is, because it's different. It's different scenarios from your in home, your women personality,
Right.
Social personality, the work personality. Those circles is dealing with different people in those realms. So you kind of gotta just I just take it. I just be still tunnel vision, focusing at it's still what's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like a
guys,
lot
I
of
have a
people.
question. If
Mhm.
we just broaden this out a little bit, right? Like you said, I think, and I've been having this conversation lately, and we tend to kind of demonize the rich. Is it just me seeing that, or is that an actual thing? Like, do you see that? That's my first question. And I think the second question would be, is that is that the same thing we're seeing? The hate that we might receive individually, is that just the same thing on a larger level, right? Because we love someone when they're like new and starting out, but as soon as they become a little bit too big, they're working with the devil and they're evil and they're Illuminati and whatever else. You
Scamming,
know what I
it's
mean? We
Right,
can never
scamming.
we can never believe that someone got rich just by capitalizing on a talent or an idea or
information.
fulfilling a need that
Mhm.
was we didn't have already.
It's very simply, I think because people don't understand what it takes to get somewhere or to achieve
Mm-hmm.
millions of dollars or the knowledge and mindset that you have to have, since they've never seen it, they can't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And what people got to understand is just because someone became a millionaire doesn't mean they scammed their way up top. They had a bright idea, they kept pushing for it, and eventually it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody did it the right way, but the majority of people did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, a lot of people, my opinion on that, a lot of people say like a person ain't do it the right way, a person ain't do it like, but technically when you really at that level is if you're not handling business at the IRS is coming for you. So it's like there's a lot of things that you could be protected at that level, and you could be doing certain things, and but when you get to a certain level, it's either you know what's going on or you don't. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like it's not. It's like when people think about business, they think it's like because you have a different business, you're doing something else. Nah, it's like it's really if you know business, it's all doing the same thing. You just got a different target market, and it's nothing really different. It's like it's just understanding what's the concept, what is really business. We don't know that. Like when we, like people that just coming out starting out, they don't really get the information. It's like we don't know is like what is really business. But when you get deep into what business is, you like, oh, this is the information y'all been keeping from us because
Mm-hmm.
you spread it out like this. Because if we figured it out, we'll be running stuff,
Right.
and that's what it really is. It's just the information. Like it's all information that they're gonna sell to us as a business.
Yeah,
America made it as a business.
it's funny. I just always believe that business is a mindset, and you either
It
have it or
is.
you don't, and that's why
Yep.
it's more regular people than there is business owners. It has to be that way, right?
I think if I was to add into this, one thing that I would want people to understand is that everybody's not going to have the same story. Okay. Every motivational speaker did not start out as someone homeless on the streets looking for a gig to just speak. Like, that's not everybody's walk in life. Your story is going to be different from Dame's story, from James' story, from Don's story. All of our stories are going to be different. But one thing that is going to get you further is how much drive you have for success. Like Don said, don't celebrate me because you see me doing one thing. Just sit back and wait and look what else I got going on. Like,
Mhm.
now one thing that I don't like is how when someone is successful, now the world has higher expectations for that person. Oh, you're wealthy now, you should give back to the community, or you should, open up foundations and organizations to give back to the community. What if they want to be selfish? What if they're that person where nobody helped me? I had to learn this on my own, and now I want to gatekeep. I don't want to tell you how I got there. Is that bad?
Now,
Do
but
they
the thing
have
is, that's really how it is because like outside person will see it like that, but it's like, yo, you saw me putting this work in. You seen me trying to do this, trying to get there. Yeah, ain't yeah. Just like how somebody said in the chat, you got the same 24 hours just like I do. Right?
Yeah.
So if you decided to go to the club, you decided to go chill up with Shorty, you started to do that. I sacrificed all of that to go get this information and knowledge to get ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that separates us from right there. I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I'm making better decisions I used to make. So at the end of the day, how you look at it, perceive that, if that makes you jealous, then I can't. That's what separates. That's why I don't got friends. I got associates.
Right.
So it's just like it's like what you do in life will separate you from what the people that you used to hang around, and that's just automatically gonna happen. That's not you being changing. Once people really see that, it's like, yo, it's not me. It's like I chose to change how I used to live. You chose to stay the same. That's just what that is. It's just reality.
Right. So let me ask you this. When you have success and you know that you sharing this could come off as arrogant, are you more willing to share it, or are you just going to keep it to yourself?
I share it because there's people out here that want to get out here and do the same things that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a confident person, confidence could be taken as arrogance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But just because I'm happy that I reached a milestone or I'm happy that I accomplished something that a lot of people haven't doesn't make me arrogant. It makes me someone who's proud of the things that I have accomplished and overcoming the different obstacles and challenges I had in life.
Right. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I
No,
think
go ahead.
in that sense, it's like it's more of it's more of just where you heading at, as far as in where they heading at and where you heading at. At the end of the day, they're not gonna have that same mentality you got to get there. So that is it's just how life is. It's just like when people say I'm lifing.
Right.
What are you like? What are you doing? What are you lifing? What are you doing in that sense?
Right. Yeah.
People don't. It's like you're gonna get in what you get, and it's like I don't touch on it, but in religious stuff like that, if that's the choice, that's the life you chose to take, that's what you're gonna get out of it. Like until you get the real definition of it and what it's really for, you can't get nowhere. So like, but you know why? This is why I wanted to touch on too. I was trying to remember at the same time when you were saying the fact that as far as people don't celebrate you into the sense to where once you step into that light, once you step into where you're going at, is basically you already separated yourself from who you used to be with around it anyway. So it's that's what people got to realize. People looking for the support is like how you gonna get support from somebody that's not going in the direction you want to go at.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. You got this, how they say, surround yourself around like-minded people. That means you got to take yourself out of one circle and insert yourself into a whole different circle, a whole different lifestyle. It's like that's just how that comes.
Right. Yeah, I think we spoke about that a couple episodes ago about having those friends who, we all got friends for different reasons. We got the ratchet friend for ratchet business. But once you are seeing yourself advance and elevate within your craft, somebody got to get left behind, unfortunately, because those same people can then become liabilities towards your success. So everything that you're working hard for, and this is why we see a lot of the times when the celebrities, once they reach that level, they're not going back home. They're not returning back from where they came from, simply because you got a lot of people who are there looking at them like, what did you do differently? Why you are not me? Now I got to take what you got because you come back home showboating and you're bragging, even though you're not. You can come back home and give back to the kids and, the elderly, but they don't look at it like that. So yeah,
But
you are definitely
the
going to
thing
have
is,
to shift your circle.
why would you, if the community that try to take you down, why do people go back? Why would they go back? You got to
That's a
think.
good question.
It's like you look at that. I'm just looking from my point of view, and I can see, I do know a lot of entertainers that I know their story and things like that. So I'm looking at, I'm like, everybody kind of went through the same thing. but different. It's a different environment. But why would you want to go back to that community that try to bring you down, that try to take you out? It just like that's what people do. And then in my predicament, I went out and had to learn everything that I needed to execute what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up putting me in different lanes that I never knew existed.
Mm-hmm.
Like for once, like video recording. Like I get paid between 13 and 20,000 to shoot a video.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew it was this much money in this, I would have been in this a long time ago.
Right.
Like it's all like I get paid for $250 to do one post for a company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I would know that it's money, money was here, we wouldn't be doing that. It's all within the knowledge. It's not knowing. Once you know it, once you get the information, you start utilizing. Like now, I be doing seminars and webinars for company. I consult companies. I don't got no college degree. I never did. It's just all the information. So it all comes from like knowledge, obtaining the knowledge. So then when you start seeing that you can take this knowledge that you obtain and make different revenue off of it, then that's how you start getting people calling you a gatekeeper now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's really you just learning, because when you get to a process, you didn't get in it to learn that information to knowing that you could sell it. You got it because you needed to get to where you was going. But in the process, you're like, oh, okay, I can sell this information. I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. So now the people that still at that lower level start saying, oh, you selling that? Why you gatekeeping?
Can't just give it. Right.
So now it becomes a gift and a curse. So now you're like, okay, now like when I was out here, you wasn't helping me. You know that I'm successful now, but you mad because I'm selling the information. What is I don't know if we could cuss up here, but it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't really, that once you start realizing all that, you just lock in and focus on where you're going at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a touchy thing right there, because the whole gatekeeping, like when you see the basketball players, they have a certain amount of friends who were there, they're day ones. You were in the gym when I was practicing, when we was at the Boys and Girls Club or the Rec Club. They were there. They were always there. It's the people that you have to worry about, who show up once you're successful. Those are the people who got their hands out. And now they want to know, well, how did you do that? Like Don said earlier, you weren't sharing no post. You weren't liking. You weren't doing any of that. You wasn't word of mouth. You weren't doing any of that. So now that the success is there, now you want to come around. Those are the people that you have to be more cautious about. And the more hustles and grinds that you have, the more people you got to be looking out for. Now, Special 77 did say something which rings true. Everybody is not a hustler, and that's okay. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't multitask different types of grinds and gigs. And that's okay, because we need someone who's going to be there every day, all day, on a standard routine schedule. That's fine. There's nothing against that. It's only a problem when the 9 to 5 type of person is shooting down the entrepreneur, or the other way around, the entrepreneur shooting down the 9 to 5 type of person. That's when we have these issues.
I got a deep topic. Like, I know how you said something, but I know I didn't want to touch on it because it get real deep. But my question is, like, when people always say success, like, what is really success? What do you really consider success? Like, a lot of people will say success, you're successful. I'm like, okay, what did that look like in your eyes? Right. I might not consider I'm successful, but you might consider I'm successful. But what is it?
For me, success in my eyes is when people know who I am in a positive light without me stepping foot in that room. When people are able to speak on me in a positive manner, and they know what it is that I do, and they know the other people that I've helped, but I don't have to be there. My name can ring bells in other rooms without me stepping foot. To me, that's successful. It doesn't have to have a monetary figure next to it. Word of mouth itself is powerful for me. That's what success looks like for me.
You gonna go, Dane? Or you want me to go?
Sure, I'm locked and I'm loaded, B.
Go ahead, B.
Um,
Get it out.
for me, success is doing exactly what you want to do. Success is living unapologetically and being true to who you are.
I
Success
agree
has
too.
nothing to do with money. Success is doing something that you set out to do. And just to be clear and make it a little more specific, if you have like a learning disability and you finally get a job, and even if that job is working at the exit, making sure people get their receipts. That's success to that person, right? Success is somebody, maybe getting over anxiety and getting something done. So success doesn't really have anything to do with money. Success is all about achieving a goal. You know what I'm saying? And if
Exactly.
you are achieving goals and really being who you truly are, you're successful. That person that walks in a room and you could put them anywhere in the world and they'll talk to people. That's a success to some people because they don't have that ability. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think success is. How about you, brother?
Mm. Success. Success is whatever you want it to be, right? It's what you value. If having millions of dollars means you're successful and you think that's success. Touching on what Dame said, if you get a college degree or you get some education and you've been working 4 years to get this degree, or you just got a job and you just got out of prison and it's your first job and you're excited about it, whether you stacked up 1,500 to get your first beater car just to get around. Success is what you value and whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to achieve. Finances is just finances. It's money. Money comes and goes.
Hmm.
If you don't got the right mentality to keep that money when you have it, you're gonna lose it anyway,
Right.
right? But success, to me, people say that I'm successful, right? To me, I'm just me. I'm ambitious. I got goals to achieve. I got bigger dreams. I got bigger plans. I'm just a person that's just not giving up as I chase this success, which is building something that I can leave for a legacy. When people hear my name, they hear that, oh, James, I remember him from back in the day, but what's he doing now? Oh, he's podcasting. Oh, he's writing books. Oh, he's starting businesses and giving back to the community and
Hmm.
building up a community as opposed to destroying it. You know what I'm saying? Success to me is giving back and being at a point where I have a powerful voice and enough support from the community or from whoever to accomplish my goals. That's success for me, man.
What about you, Donald?
So success for me, it comes in kind of like two folds. So success is just a win. It's a win at anything. It's a win if it's a correct answer on the quiz. That's success. If it's you answer you get anything from a win to at anything in life, that's success. But if you keep winning, you're successful. So it's a win at anything you do. Whether whatever you go at, okay, I went to apply for a job. Oh, I got the job. That's success. You got the job. Now, if you keep climbing, you keep doing that. What you do after the job? Oh yeah, from that job, I started a business. Oh, I got my credit right. I started saving up. I got it. Now you keep winning. Now you keep winning. So you successful now.
Hmm.
It's continuously wins. It's no matter what it is at what level. It's no monetary number to it or nothing that because it's like I got the knowledge to show somebody how to actually be financially free in the beginning before even starting a business. So then if you could do that financially free in the beginning of a business, you financially free. So you're successful there, or you just created success now within finance. So it's like all it is that's how I look at it as far as success. It's just a win. A win that whatever you set out to do it's a win or a loss. But you can't
Hmm.
look at it as a loss. It's either a win or a lesson to learn how to win now.
Hmm.
It's a fact.
Mm.
Talk that
Okay.
talk, man.
right, sir? Look, we about to talk some more because we need you once again to let the people know what do you have going on, how can they support what you have going on, and how can they find you on social media.
So what I got going on, I'm just stay tuned. I have a platform for all creators, whether you're a filmmaker, educator, podcaster, anything you got going on in life. I have a platform for Milliador TV. Everybody just think it's a TV network, but it's an economic development platform, meaning that any platform you ever thought of in life, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, this will be a whole combination of all of that in one with some pretty cool features, and you be making real money, not the money that they keep from you that's behind the curtains. And I'm showing everybody how they make the money. So it's a whole different platform coming. Stay tuned for that. But you can reach me at Familiador TV, any social media platform, D Green at familiadoratv.com. That's my email. And if you just look up so I have a studio here in Bristol, Connecticut, multimedia studio where everything is done at. And my information is public, so I'm not hard to reach.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on and having this discussion with us. It's definitely much needed. You're always welcome to come back and touch on any other topics that we come up with, or if you have one of your own. Um, all right, let's see. We're gonna let Dame close out tonight. So, James, sir, let the people know how can they reach out to you, how can they support you, and do you have anything going on as of today?
It's your boy, Mr. Mental Ambition, James, owner of Mental Ambition, author of Mental Ambition, a guide to upgrading your life, and Mental Ambition, a guide to a better relationship. Available at Walmart, Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com. You see the TikTok, 74,000 followers, 2.2 million likes, 80 million views at mental underscore ambition 2.0. The IG's at mental underscore ambition 3.0. If you want to get in touch with me for any of the services that I offer, you need life coaching, you need some advice, you can hit the website, 3ws.mental-ambition.com. Prepare your mind for any challenge. Believe you can accomplish anything. Keep going.
All right. And because we're gonna let you close, Dame, I'll go ahead and go next.
Okay.
You guys, it's of course me, Sabrina, aka Simply Bree. You can find me across all social media at underscore Simply Bree underscore. That's SIMPLEEBREE. Make sure that you also join our Facebook group. Don't judge me, but Facebook, and head on over to your website www.hesaidwhatnetwork.com. Like, comment, share this episode. Like this episode right now, and then drop down in the chat. What did you like most about today's whatever was said? What did you enjoy? What was your takeaway? We also have merch on the website, of course, he said whatnetwork.com. As far as what I got going on, I am working on so many great things. I will say this, just look forward to hearing my voice a little bit more often. And with that, I will go ahead and hand it on over to Dame, sir, so he can close us out.
Hey y'all, it's your boy back again, Dame Herb, aka Reppin' CT. You can find me at Repping CT on all platforms. You can go to YouTube, see me in action. You can go on Instagram, get a few laughs. Go to you could go to no, you can go to TikTok, get a few laughs, and you can go to Instagram just to get a few snapshots of what I've been up to. I usually give a parting message, and my parting message for you guys this week is I used to want to be a part of the in crowd. I used to be really, really jealous of the cliques and the crews of the world. I used to always feel like no one is supporting me. Why won't my friends share my post? Why don't they show me the love that I feel like I should be getting? But it all comes back to you. And not everyone is a business owner, but there's definitely a business inside of you. And as long as you are expressing yourself creatively, you will find a way to make some money, but you have to do it unapologetically. You don't need a separate Facebook page for your business. I mean, you can, but don't do it because you're ashamed of what people are going to say. Do it because it genuinely needs to be done. Be unapologetic this week. And always, you can go get some merch. If you like this vibey kind of stuff, you can go get you some merch so that you can vibrate high all the time. Go to urbanbuddha.bigcartel.com. You can find all of the stuff that just kind of reminds you to stay calm. You know, we are what is it? We're tough, but we're not ruthless. You know what I'm saying? We stay calm in the middle of chaos. That's just kind of how we roll. Take care of yourselves. For me, James and Bree and Don, and we are gonna take care of ourselves for you. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. You know.
Yes. All right. And I had to put the last comment up. That's right. Damn, CT in the building. Connecticut is definitely representing tonight. So, all right, you guys. Thank you for checking us out. Make sure you follow everybody that's on this platform. And we'll see you next Sunday. Same time, same place. Bye.
Very important to make sure that the person you're with knows what you need, because if you're not getting your needs met, what are we really holding on to with this leash?
You're gonna be judged, whether you agree to it or not. People are always going to have something to say because it's not what they like.
If you want to be solo, just y'all two, like most of us want, you kick it that way.